On today's show, Tesla to open up its supercharger network, how BHP and Tesla will change our world, and how Audi is going to go all electric, kind of, at the Dakar Rally. G'day, my name's Chris and I cover from an Australian perspective everything like electric vehicles, renewables, wind, solar, battery storage and more. If you're new to the channel, thanks for coming along, I do appreciate it. If you want to support us at maybe next level, think about joining us over here on Patreon where you get early access to news, polls, behind the scenes and a lot more. And a big thank you to my producers Adam Tyson, Alan Burnt, Ashley Hill, Chaotic Media Technology, Emmett ICT Specialist, Nigel Farrier and Tessa Nagong. Today I'm going to kick off the show with a quick round of bites and challenge myself to a 20-second news bit. Okay, cue the video, here goes. AC Cars, a British car maker with 119 years in the game, has made its iconic AC Cobra from 1962 into a fast, zippy, powerful machine that can get you a fair distance from its 55 kilowatt-hour battery. How did I go? Pretty good, hey? Now, just like that little segment, you too will have to be fast because they're only going to make 58 examples of this awesome looking machine. So, details are below. Tesla is set to receive a significant portion of its nickel from Australian company BHP. Exact details of the deal are not publicly known. However, it's understood that BHP will supply Tesla with nickel from its Nickel West production facility in Western Australia. This site is reportedly one of the world's most sustainable and lowest carbon emission nickel sites. Fortunately, Tesla has promised that it will collaborate with BHP on ways to make this battery supply chain more sustainable with a focus on end-to-end raw material traceability using blockchain technology, technical exchange of raw materials, and increasing solar and battery storage to power BHP's operations. BHP notes that demand for nickel is estimated to grow more than 500% over the next decade, and this agreement with Tesla is yet another sign that they're shoring up supply chains in readiness to produce more than 3 terawatt hours of battery production of products themselves by 2030. And that's just Tesla, who estimate that its own battery facility is going to be covering only 40% share of the world EV battery market. Pretty significant. My only hope with this new deal is that BHP actually gets this in a cleaner and greener state than it probably is right now. Did you know at current growth rates, marine shipping could represent some 10% of emissions by 2050? Whilst cars and trucks and some boats have been electric for well over a few decades now, the journey for marine craft is just beginning. Enter Aqua Superpower, able to charge an electric boat in just 45 minutes. These 150 kilowatt Aqua Superpower units are the first fully marinized dockside rapid chargers for electric boats. Built to IP65 standards and constructed using recycled aluminium, Aqua Superpower has installed 3 of these units along the French Riviera in Cannes, Monaco and Saint-Tropez. It's great to see a company who plans on rolling out their technology to the world to reduce emissions for all forms of transport. The Northern Territory government has developed an electric vehicle implementation plan focusing on battery electric and plug-in hybrid vehicles. Over the next 5 years, the Northern Territory government will reduce registration and stamp duty fees for EVs from mid-2022. They'll develop a grant system for home, workplace and public EV chargers, facilitate installation of more EV charging stations as well as skills development, and increase the number of EVs in the government's fleet. All great and good, but worryingly, it seems that the Northern Territory government is looking to Victoria and New South Wales road user tax, saying that given fuel excise is a major revenue source for Commonwealth road funding, options for how EVs will be charged fairly for the use of road network will need to be considered. You know what that means, don't you, ladies and gentlemen? Get in your politician's ear now and let them know that you support EVs and this plan is good. But right now, until the federal government takes its handbrake off electric vehicles and overhauls the fuel excise system, now is not the time to be disincentivizing people away from EVs. So yeah, great job at Northern Territory, good start, but I think you can do better. Okay, listen carefully to the following press release from Mercedes-Benz. They're getting ready to go all electric by the end of the decade, where market conditions allow. Shifting from electric first to electric only, the world's preeminent luxury car company is accelerating towards emissions-free and software-driven future. Did you catch what they said? Where market conditions allow. So does that mean in countries like Australia, where we have no emission targets, no fuel standards, nor ICE car bans, that's three things, we'll be getting those sloppy seconds. My take on this is as they shift to electric cars, we'll miss out on great electric versions of them, and they'll be destined to markets that have more favourable conditions, aka incentives and government support. Anyhow, some details of their master plan. Mercedes-Benz will increase R&D into battery electric vehicles between 2022 and 2030, amounting to over 40 billion euros. Underpinning the vehicles would be three electric-only architectures: MB.EA, which will cover medium to large size passenger cars, establishing a scalable modular system as electric backbone to the future of EVs. Then they'll have AMG.EA. Oh my gosh, these acronyms are killing me. AMG.EA, a dedicated performance electric vehicle platform addressing technology and performance-orientated vehicles such as AMGs. Then they had the VAN.EA, and that's going to usher in a new era of purpose-made electric vans and light commercial vehicles. All of which will obviously culminate in emissions-free transportation for everyone in the future. It plans on reorganizing its powertrain activities so that planning, development, purchasing, and production are all handled under one roof. Then they'll deepen the level of vertical integration by increasing battery cell production to more than 200 gigawatt hours per year. And in an exciting move that will get the juices going of hypermilers and long-distance bladder busters, Mercedes is in the process of developing the Vision EQX X, an electric car with real-world range of 1,000 kilometers. That's 1,000 kilometers at highway speeds. That promises to be awesome and something that I know some people have been waiting for. And also something that those who actually don't care to stop will like. Yeah, back in a minute. Brisbane-based company Vaulta has been awarded almost $300,000 by the federal government to accelerate its R&D into its revolutionary battery. Noted as being a non-welding battery casing, their tech addresses one of the issues that batteries currently have. They're difficult to recycle, and sure, as you've recently seen on this show, batteries can be recycled to 100%. It's just a question of how much effort and how much money willing to do. Detailed on the driven, Sophie Rorath notes that the modules can be easily assembled and disassembled and are 15% lighter than today's casings. The battery casing technology uses a blend of graphene, polymer and other composites to deliver significant improvements in weight, strength and thermal and electrical conductivity. Thermal performance of these is improved by as much as 4 to 10 times current systems, with thanks to cooling of the actual cell terminal ends. The Vaulta casing system has promise for multiple applications like energy storage, EVs, military, and more. Please do go and check out the story, as it's another great example of how people are thinking about not only how batteries will transform the world now, but also when the time comes to recycle them in the next generation of batteries. Emergency. Tour car rallying is about to be redefined, and those with fragile egos and lovers of all things petrol will be destabilized. This is not a drill. Emergency. Audi is about to flip the racing world on its head. They've created a beast of a car that is set to change the Dakar Rally. Meet the RS Q e-tron. Created from the ground up, this car has to endure 2 weeks of brutal off-roading, rocks, sand, dirt, hot and cold, and with some daily stages up to 800 kilometers in length. Because there is no charging opportunities in the desert, Audi has unfortunately equipped the Audi RS Q e-tron with a highly efficient engine. Its job to charge a 370 kilogram 50 kilowatt hour battery pack whilst driving. Yep, BMW Rex i3 in one. Sure, I'm disappointed in this aspect of the car, but no doubt in future years they'll find a way to overcome it with either improved battery density and battery charging infrastructure that supports teams along the 15,000 kilometer, that's 9,300 miles folks, Dakar Rally. Here are some specs. The front and rear axles are both fitted with electric motors from the current Audi e-tron FE07 Formula E car. With a power output of 500 kilowatts, this car sounds amazing. Have a listen. Very cool. And the amazing thing about this electric rally car, Audi has only commenced development of it less than 12 months ago and is confident that it'll be racing in the Saudi Arabia January 2022 Dakar Rally. It'll be interesting to see how it actually stacks up against petrol equivalents, as we've already seen time and time again that electric vehicles actually outperform the ICE versions, and the skeptics out there will actually now be won over and see the benefits of going electric. The next story will either excite Tesla fans, owners of other EVs, or maybe make both a little bit angry. I'm not very sure. But Elon has confirmed that Tesla will make available its supercharging network to other EVs later this year. Where exactly? Most likely in Norwegian countries, following a government ruling. But Elon did confirm that over time it will be available for all countries. Awesome! But details, Elon, please. How will it work? Can EV owners buy a dongle device that will interfaces between their car and the Tesla supercharger? Will the individuals have to set up an account with Tesla directly, or will it be a negotiation between a car company, say MG, and Tesla, and the car company that you're currently with, say MG, will be handling your account? I'm not too sure at the moment. In Australia, compatibility issues around connection between cars is a non-issue because we actually use over here the CCS2 connection. But in America, I know you guys have got that little funky, unique Tesla connector, so there may well be some compatibility issues for some EVs owners over there. I can see so much potential here, and for Tesla owners who may be upset that perhaps their favorite supercharger is going to be blocked, just hear me out for 1 second. Tesla at the moment offers up to people who own Model S's and X's, the legacy versions that is, lifetime supercharging. Additionally, if you have a Tesla referral and you've got yourself your 1,500 for each supercharging kilometers, you're getting that electricity for free. So Tesla is actually bearing the cost of the electricity that these users are actually using. By being able to charge people who don't belong to Tesla premium supercharging rates, think 60-80 cents per kilowatt hour, even higher, Tesla could actually have a new income source which will help build out even further the already massive supercharger network. No doubt there will still be people out there who during school holiday periods or whatever, insert your own public holiday here, will say, nah, this is a bad idea. Tesla already has enough demand, enough supply issues with superchargers. But conversely, I get it as well. Me, with my MG ZS EV, I'd love it if, right now, I've only got access to, say, 10 rapid chargers. Suddenly, I would have 20. It will be awesome. And I do hope that it'll actually be something that we can all benefit from. So, what do you think? Is this something you're looking forward to as well? Alrighty, well, that brings us to the end of another episode. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and if you've watched it now, thank you. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing. It actually helps YouTube put my video out there by commenting, giving it likes, sharing your socials. These are all good things too. But if you want to actually maybe support the channel at the next level and get early access to news, polls, behind the scenes and stuff that you just don't get here, consider joining me on Patreon, where from as little as $2.50 per month, that's 60 cents per week, you get all this and a lot more. And as per usual, you be good and you be green.